Hello friends, Jordan here from Bahá'í Blog. You may remember me from our What's That Word series? Maybe? It's okay, I won't be testing you. I just wanted to wish you a happy festival of Riḍván. Riḍván is pronounced Riḍván, and in Arabic the word means paradise. The prophet founder of the Bahá'í Faith, Baha'u'llah, used the word to describe the garden in which he spent his last 12 days in the city of Baghdad. The Garden of Riḍván. We now know these 12 days as the Most Great Festival. To understand a bit more about it, first we need to rewind. Let's take it back. During the lifetime of Baha'u'llah, he endured many years of imprisonment, suffering, and exile. Because back in the 1800s, many people weren't ready for his groundbreaking teachings, such as universal education, elimination of all prejudice, and equality of all people. There were those in the government or religious authorities who felt threatened by the love and respect that these people had for Baha'u'llah. So then, in the year 1863, Baha'u'llah's exile meant that he was forced to leave Baghdad for Constantinople. The journey took over 3 months. 3 months. Because back in the 1800s, there was no 2-hour and 55-minute flight. Now, there were also a lot of people who were very sad about Baha'u'llah's departure from Baghdad. And very soon they realized that they were going to need a bigger space to accommodate all these people who wished to say farewell. Luckily, this is when the owner of the Najibiya garden offered to host Baha'u'llah and his family for the 12 days before their departure. And those 12 days are now known as the Festival of Riḍván. History lesson complete. And let's take it back to before we took it back. Although it was a sad time for those saying farewell, Baha'u'llah wished it to be a joyous occasion. And it was actually during those 12 days that he declared his mission as the promised divine teacher and returned prophet. And that is why Riḍván is known as the Most Great Festival, because we celebrate the birth of our faith. Of the 12 days of Riḍván, the 12 days of Riḍván? On the 12th day of Riḍván, my true love sent to me. Of the 12 days of Riḍván, the 1st, the 9th, and the 12th are days that Baha'is celebrate as holy days and take time off work. So if you're planning to be busy at the office, reschedule. Which reminds me, when actually is Riḍván? According to the Baha'i calendar, Riḍván is from the 13th day of the month of Jalal until the 5th day of the month of Jamal, which on the Gregorian calendar is Riḍván is usually in April. Now, there are many beautiful stories about the time spent in the Garden of Riḍván. For example, the garden was said to have been filled with the scent of roses. There are also accounts of the beautiful singing of the nightingales in the garden, which makes me realize I really don't know much about nightingales. I should look that up. So they are a real bird, and they look like this, and they sing beautifully, which I will now demonstrate. Or not. You're welcome. Besides nightingales, another thing that can be confusing for people is that there are actually 2 Riḍván gardens. One is the Najibiya garden on the banks of the Tigris River in Baghdad, where Baha'u'llah spent those last 12 days before his exile. The other is outside the city of Akka in Israel. It's a peaceful little island garden that Abdu'l-Baha prepared as a place of paradise for Baha'u'llah to visit after many years of exile and imprisonment. Both of these gardens were given the name Riḍván, as in their own way, they were both paradises. So, I hope you found this brief explanation of Riḍván helpful. Actually, yes, I learned a lot more than I was expecting. And from both of us, here at Sorry. We'd like to wish you a very happy Riḍván. Sorry again.